We are continuing to investigate this fishside village. I think it's called the fishside village. Let's have a quick look. Sorry, the Fisherman Shacks. Right. So pretty much last episode I did all of my exploring, picking up all the things that I could pick up. I also found those T500 gloves, which I'm wearing now, plus 2 interface, and that's amazing. So I'm just going to go and interview the people that I've never spoke to. And there's one woman here. I think this woman is these and the girl in there's mother. So see what she's got to say. She's next to a bucket of clothes, hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Oh, fantastic. If you can't see, then how did you know I was here? Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
Me neither.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble. Say the second thing, Bratan. Show you got style. We're cops. We don't cause trouble, we take care of trouble. We're cops. We're hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Which you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Really? So have I been here before? I'm totally an ill omen. It's exactly what I've been telling everyone. The end is here. If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone... I'm just going to say, wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
She points to the building behind her. It must be here.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place. Somewhere more quiet.
I wonder if that's the shack back near the beach. If I'm considered an ill omen... Sorry, what kind of ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
Black hound. That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels. Let's proceed.
Maybe we are afraid.
So why are you afraid?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
So they're pretty much a bunch of friendly people, to be honest.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park your motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others.
I don't think you got to worry about me parking my car. I've seen I found a nice glacier to park it in.
Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
A red-haired woman called Ruby. Yes. Haven't seen anyone. Oh, that's right. She hasn't. She's got cataracts. Do you know who we're talking about? This is my little cinder block town. She nods with a wrinkled smile. I know what goes on around here. Really? There was a murder in Martinez. He points east. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help. Would you now? She turns to him. I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other. Really? No snitches. Snitches are bitches. This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out. Ah. No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself like a raven, plucking at the window glass. Enough of this. She better start talking right now. I agree. I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us. There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else? I see, Mom. The lieutenant turns to you. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway. Ask her about lodgings. Yes. Where can we stay? Most people are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. Oh. Her soapy thumb points to the building behind her. How much is it? I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. Jakanaka Nori. That's gonna save us some money. There's this guy, God, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold. Fuck that. I'm just gonna say okay, I'll take it. I've got my own house. A nice little humble fisherman's village house. Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police. A key appears from under her apron. She hands it to you. Well, if you're not in the hostel in the morning, I know where to find you. He looks around and adds, here, in a shack. He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room. Should he? This environment encourages one thing and one thing only, drinking. Finally, you have those lamos of Martinez off your back, Ratan. This looks like a great place to bring chicks. Yes, it does. What's in this village? Just us. She sounds tired. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist. What do you mean? This is pretty much a non-place, she grins. A gap, a blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on the nameless street. There's got to be something here. She waves her hand southwest. Over there you can find more of the same, shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox. Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot, small houses under them, an overgrown park. What's the pox? Ah, an old military hospital and its surroundings. She looks towards the buildings to the south, or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shocked veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses, shacks as far as the eye can see. So what happened to the hospital? The goodwill ran out. She tightens the scarf around her neck. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. So who else lives in the village? There's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. She nods her head across the courtyard, but they're away right now. And then there's the drunks, which I've already met. She sighs. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them. I've met them, yeah? I'm sure you did, she says with a peculiar smile and nods. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and then, and an old one disappears and is forgotten. This is who we are. Is there any way to make a little money around here? For you? She lets out a dry chortle. No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from the women, and then forgot about. Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find. Ah. Alright, there's another topic. What's further down the coast? Not much. There's an abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before time even. Why is it abandoned? Some things just don't fly, officer. She smiles a gap-toothed smile and smells the air. Look around. Who goes to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then. So they don't hold services there anymore. The Ecclesiasts. No, they've tried to, but things keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open, she frowns. It's a pity. Used to be such a nice church. She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking. What else is down the coast? Before you get to the church, there's some ruins. An apartment complex or some kind of electrical plant. Run down bunch of houses empty. Okay. Apartments or anything of note. The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed. Who'd want to come to a fish market here? No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now what catch we do bring in goes straight to a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else. There's got to be more. What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans. If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think. Sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in to see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. Okay. She drops a bar of soap into the bucket. Blah, blah, blah. Who exactly are you? Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, mister. Call me Harry. Why, I guess I will, Harry. Aye, it just rolls off the tongue. I used to know Harry, strong lad, but dumb as a rock. Sounds like me. He did too many narcotics, so he fell off his boat and split his skull on a boy. She rubbed soap off her hands. Folks who saw it say his head cracked open like a melon. Nasty, nasty. I was asked to get your signature. Hand over the envelope. Do you know anything about a lost jacket? Now, I do have to get her signature for the union guy. I forgot his name, the fat guy. I'm going to hold off for now. Do you know anything about a lost jacket? What do you want with a lost jacket? That's an excellent question, Mom. One of the drunks lost his and I agreed to look for it. He probably pawned it for booze and then forgot about it. You know how drunk men are. Are you getting a reward for it at least? No. What? You're fetching someone's missing laundry free of charge? You do not have anything better to do. In fact, he does. The lieutenant glances at his watch. None of my business either way. How you spend your hours is up to you. Fair enough. I want to say it again. Good for you. So she didn't help me either way. Right, I'm going to hold off for now. So I know that's one of the people I need to get a signature from. Right then. I'm going to have a quick look at my quests. So what did I just get? Find Idiot Doom Spiral's jacket. Still none the further on that. The horrific necktie is getting ready for endgame. Hold on to the spirits and wait for the signal. I've still got to find the woman on the boat. She moved over here because she's not in her old place. Yeah, Tukes Everett, that's right. So. Right. I think we could post an empty letter, but since it's going to his accountant, he'll probably know. I might just have to do it. So look, I've got my own shack. Let's have a look. Unlock the door, baby. I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. And look for any signs of Ruby, but just so you know, after we're done with the day, I'll still be staying at the Whirling and Rags for the night. Stopping here with me, mate. Me and you, bros. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning. Okay. Way, hey, hey. We're gonna be rich, bitch. There's the bed. It's got its own mirror. Ah, so it's got everything the Whirling and Rags has got. Old science fiction magazines. Books about bird watching. Floorboards creak. See the waves and the church. This intricate heat engine hums quietly. A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum. Listen. The room feels muffled, like you've pulled your hat over your ears. Outside it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm. What is this place to you? My new hangout, where I could silently sit drink? My forward base for the coastal part of the operation. It's free, that's good enough, I could live here. A possible resting spot for my fugitive is what it is. Looks like my new home. Wonder where the old one went. It's free, it's good enough, I could live here. Waves crash under the beach, drowning the reeds. Far to the south the congregation gathers to a soup kitchen in the shelter of the homeless. This could have been you. This could have been you. A down on us luck nobody trying to survive. This feels like a cozy hideout. No wait, I've changed my mind. I want to choose again. Now this feels like a cozy hideout. Who are you talking to? There was no one here, not even cold. Thank you, strange sensation, for a fair assessment of the current situation. Amazing. Now what's this? Loose floorboard. As you look As you look, the floorboards in the corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Move it aside. The hollow space underneath the floorboard is dark and damp. You can barely make out a mixture of sand and sawdust below. What's in here? Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort, a bad idea. Search it, baby. You stick your hand and start combing through the sand. Dry. Not like outside. Fine dust and then something. Hard wrapping paper. What is it? A 9mm bullet. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out a bullet. Interesting. The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself. Very good. Now what I want to do is, although I'm stopping here, I've got a new house that's free. I do want to get back to the whirling and rags before... Is it 9 o'clock when we're locked out of our room? Because now that I've got interface and gloves on, I can fix the faucet and see if it actually does anything for me. Alright mate, I found a bullet. Where is it? Oh, it mustn't be an item. Or is it an item? Tell you what, I want to ask her about it. Why not?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack? God damn that girl. She murmurs softly. Oh, might be Ruby. A bullet. The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod. Then turns to the washerwoman. You didn't put it there, did you? She did. Gone and hid things in there. She shakes her head. She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either. You rented the room to her. The old woman sits in silence, her hands moving into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge. Slowly she speaks, wringing out a rag. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl, Jackanaka. As I've done before when she'd been in trouble, or just looking for solitude. I made it clear we welcome all kinds of people here. When was this? She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. Her wrinkled hand needs a blue rag in the water. What has she gotten herself into, that girl? She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding from trouble before, but this seems different. That's for the police to find out. The lieutenant takes out his familiar notebook. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. She said she left on Monday. Early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock. Is the room exactly as she left it? I cleaned it like I always do. Was there anything else? No. What is she like, Ruby? Good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. She rubs her cold hands together. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation, so I really appreciated that about her. This Ruby is an old lady whisperer. She knows how to work the village elder, unlike you. Did she talk to you much during her last stay? No, she was mostly silent. Kept to herself. What do you mean? She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually, she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room. She wanted to talk to her, as they usually do, but she was brooding. Why do you think she left the bullet there? How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She didn't go around toting a gun. You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure to see if she thinks Ruby fits the bill. I have a possible explanation. I do tell. An exit plan. Exit from what? This. The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman. She tilts her head to the side, looking up at you deep in thought. Then she makes up her mind. No, she's a fighter. Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son. Did she have any technical equipment with her, like a radio? Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieus she made. She brushes her forehead with the back of her hand. Water drips to the ground. Although I guess that was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed to the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that. Ah, so she fixed the heater. Where did she go? I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in heavy boots, heading up north. It's a peninsula. She might be trapped. After a moment of silence, she says, "You'll never find her, you know." Her tone is without malice. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived. I wouldn't worry about that, Mom. We're persistent. Man, I was really hoping she'd be hiding in this village. Are you sure she didn't go somewhere more pleasant and less wet? Further up the coast we go then. Are you sure you wouldn't rather stay here? Get a nice cosy fire going in the heater. She drops the rag into the bucket. Seems like a better idea to me. No, you can do it. You still have plenty of juice in you before you drop. Right, that's it. Done. One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her. She looks around. The air's getting colder. She really means it. An honest plea. She's a good girl. Oh, look, it's snowing. Oh, lush. I love a bit of snow. I like it. I like it a lot.
Aye, officer.
Lillian, the net picker. A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip. She's fucking pirate-like.
Anything I can help you with?
As always, I'm the lawbringer. That depends. Where are we exactly? I'm the fucking lawbringer, mate.
You've graduated to lawbringer now?
Yes, I have.
Men with authority have their quirks. Comes with never being second guessed about anything.
She waves you
So
off.
what brings you here, lawbringer?
I've gained something because I told her I was a lawbringer. Where are we
A
exactly?
fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium. The
Elysium,
sign
why?
on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
The wind rattles her earrings. I've got questions.
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Oh, so she has got time. Well, excellent. Ask her about the cool sword. Yes, I do need to know about the sword. So I need her signature as well. Idiot Doom Spiral over there needs his jacket. Have you seen it? Remarkable, she shakes her head. That one already lost everything else and now his jacket too. It's a good thing too he has an actual police officer looking for it. A smile lights up her face. Good old Doom Spiral. Upper management to the core. No one plays Johnny Jacket. I'll find it. I'll keep it. I'm just trying to help out a stranger in need. That's sweet of you, it really is. I check around the abandoned fish market. Drunks are inexplicably drawn to markets. Might be why they have such trouble staying in business. If one of them lost something, that's a good place to start. Well, that's a good lead. Now, nice sword. Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. She smiles at her own joke. It's to intimidate folks mostly. Do you know how to use it? Not really. She glances at the blade. I know some basic moves and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot. It is imposing, Nod. Isn't that what guns are for? Guns are expensive and fragile, I think. She shrugs. Besides, I got kids. I can't have guns around them, and sometimes a sharp blade is enough to keep folks at bay. Why do you need intimidation tactics? From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men, and believe me, she adds, tittering, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. Oh shit, okay. Can I borrow the sword? Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective? Can I borrow the sword? No, I'm afraid. Her eyes are smiling as her hand moves to the hilt, attempting to confiscate the blade. I used to keep these animals in check, you would put me in an early grave. Yeah, I'm going to leave her with it. Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective? What makes you think we haven't, she smiles. Heh, the truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. They put on an act for us, pretend like everything's good and living and shit. Doesn't bother them, like anyone falls for that. That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her this wonder. Behold, point to the expression on your face. Behold! Her eyes meet yours and suddenly she starts laughing. It's hoarse as if she hasn't laughed in a while. Not bad. Do you like it? Sure, her face straightens. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world. Face down any horror in the world with the same unchanging grin. It's like a shield. The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes fading fast. So where are all the men now? Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. She looks down. In one of them, I ended up marrying. Oh, really? Where's your husband now? Gone. Gone where? To the waves. Her eyes stops in yours. The sea took him. It was a long time ago. So what happened? Who knows, maybe he fell over. He didn't respect the sea, went out there drunk. Now before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago and I've moved on. She really liked those muscles though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy. I shit on death. You should have thrown yourself into the waves after him. Time is really the best cure for sorrow, isn't it? It's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep them wheels spinning. Us working folk don't have the luxury. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time and went on. Life didn't really change much after for me and the kids. This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. Looks like she's ready to go on a date with another and better drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need the action. I could ask her. Oh shit. Don't know a good spot yet. Explore the coast. She needs to go on a date with another drunk. Tell you what, I'm going to do this. But I'm going to find another spot to take her on a date with. This is amazing. Is that your boat? Sure is. The sun, I call her. Coated with a fresh layer of tar. Sunny days. Catch a snowflake in your palm. Aye, she looks at the snow melting the water. Sunny days, you got a problem with that? No, Mom. We have no quarrel with sunny days. Good. It would have been bad news if it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff. Bad news for the nets. Bad news for the kids. There's a moment in silence. She looks at the slushy snow melt on the yellow belly of the boat. When do you think it'll be ready? Shot her. She gives you a shot and nods and replies, the boat will be ready when the sea turns and the winds settle. You can't command the weather officer. Ooh, White Morland's gonna be done. Waves wash the sand, a skiff moves across the mirrored smooth sea. Far away from here, a lone passenger. A fat sloop in the distance, white sails. My prediction, it'll be at least 2 days. So what do? Fish. What else? Sell fish to people in the delta. Is that enough to make a living? Sometimes also walk the beach to see what the sea has given up. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now. What have you found? Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Fair enough. Bottles, drugs, also lost cargo in general. Mines, you need mines. A mine? The RCM could use with a mine. Use a mine, where is it? Well, the RCM has to wait for another one, because the army folks came by and took it. And blew it up. She spits over the railing. The blast was surprisingly timid. Must have been a naval contact mine. Right. Be seeing you. Right, so what does this do? This is the thought I got from the letter, which I think's from my wife. And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out of the snow, on the streets, on the shop on the corner, and finally in a matchbox house, sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning. A modern death, divorce, or something similar. As you can see, all you can do is put more distance between you and him. Make him smaller. Make him less you. Plus 20% zoom in distance. All mortar learning caps raised by 1. Not bad. Not bad at all. The cop of the apocalypse is nearly done as well. Wait, I got something else, didn't I? The bringer of the law. Right, wait there, so we've got Fairweather T500 to learn and bringer of the law. I need to find out what these are, because I like White Morning. Hopefully Cop of the Apocalypse is a bit shit. So once I learn that, I can get rid of it. How long's left? 37 minutes. That'll be done soon. And this? 12 hours. That's going to take forever. Nice. So we need to adventure further up the coast to one, find the fishing market, and we also need to find the jacket, which she reckons should be there. Right, we've got one more person to talk to.
I'll just keep the cordially in the channel
It's
if
Joyce.
that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
Excellent, this is the girl I was trying to find last night.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
Of course, jetty. I prefer a good jetty to appear any day. Jetty.
Hello, Mom.
Hello, detectives.
She fastens the end of the line around her post and straightens her
It's
back.
good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
I know I've been looking for you.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now. So I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
So how do you like it?
How do I like it?
He casts her gaze towards the village. Slush melting on cinder blocks, construction work left half finished 10 years ago. Water drips down eaves of a turnite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. Smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
It most certainly is. That's one of my most awesome feats.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard, a sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
You're right to be scared, it's all your fault. You're in no danger, whisper. The working class have no idea what's happened to them. Try not to be scared. This is just how a real city looks. Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never. She leans against the rail and looking up at the grey sky. Above you there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them. Temperature drops slightly. It's early spring and the rains are coming. An officer enters a low hut of stone and wood. Inside, weapons are piled against the walls, rifles with splintering stocks. They're antiques, says Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy to his partner. They're digging them up from the catacombs right now. Children carry them up. Do you know how they discovered this place? The wind picks up. Her raincoat flaps in the gust. This fishing village? No, the Insuland in Isola. What is an Isola? It's just an island, isn't it? No, I don't know. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate around here is 45% west of the river. Is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty. 45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better though. I knew you would sympathise, she nods. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home, the island of Matter, or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day, she corrects the scarf around her neck. For now, how can I assist you in this new location? Tell me now, we have time. Do we? I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you. This story she will tell it only before she leaves Martinez at the very end of her stay. Okay. Show her your badge. You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in. Oh, so we can ask this woman about that quest we've got from the girl in the whirling and rags in the wheelchair. This reality, she pulls her hand closer around her neck. It's related to that medical episode I have trouble remembering, even the most basic terms of reality. Ah yes, the episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy. Now that I think of it, she puts down her thermal cup and looks at you. Don't be phased, madam. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality. We may be here a while then. She takes a long sip of tea. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can. What is reach for something fundamental conceptualization 2? I might have close to boost that. So, where are we? Martinez, baby. Baby. A casual term of endearment, popular among 50 plus crowd. I say it all the time, baby. I must be 50 years old. I'm a disco holdover myself. And what is Martinez? District of Revachol. Tell me about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality. What times are these? Got it. Acute encephalopathy. It's a neurological disorder caused by lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include retrograde amnesia. She conveys it in short, cold bursts, trying not to invest too deeply in the condition of this doomed detective. What causes it? A long time alcohol use. It's definitely the drinking. She nods slowly. What this boils down to is this reality thing is stupid. Blow this joint, grab a bottle, and drain the shit right down your throat. Yes, and perform autoerotic asphyxiation on yourself with your funny necktie. Yeah. Wait. This reality thing is the only game in town. It's probably in your interest not to blow it. Wipe the urge from your mind and get back to reality. She stares at you, head tilted to the side, with a slightly concerned look. What are you? She smiles. I am not a basic term of reality. Everyone wants to talk about themselves, she will in time. What is this? A bird? She tilts her head. A Svensid, flightless bird of polar regions. I mean this place here. Nothing. It's lovely, really. I'm thinking of buying it. Really? Actually, yes. The thought did cross my mind when Mademoiselle Lilienne over there told me about the fresh produce. Fair enough. You both turn to consider the young woman. She's hunched over a net, methodically picking out ribbons of plastic. This place could use a competent manager. There's so much to be done, but then, I'll never get around to it, will I? There is regret in her voice, for all the countless things she never had time to do with her money. That's all for now. I found my badge, by the way. But I love you, did. She hands it back to you. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant. I'm glad to see a man of your qualification. The situation is precarious. Thank you. Right, now let's see if we can max this conceptualization out. We might not get close to it because it's actually a 20. It's like really, really hard to do. Conceptualization. Have a bit of that. A bit of that. I don't know what this kingdom of conscience is. Put that on. Drama. And I think, to be honest, that's about it, isn't it? For conceptualization. What is this? These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose. Moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party. I like regular normal things. I know you do. These intersolarity pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal. Even if you didn't want to. Ah, so different clothes with the writing on the bottom gives you different things.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Shit, still can't do it, very low. Right, this is going to be completely impossible for me to do. So I'll have to come back later. But now that we're on that thing, we found these shoes. See, look, different equipment gives you different things. The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet? You're right. Beautiful things do make people happy. Beautiful things gives you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you work for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you feel liberal. Ultra liberal. I've got ultra liberal shoes on. What a hero. What else have I not wore? I haven't wore these gloves yet. I don't know if I've wore them yet. I haven't wore the bow knot yet. The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something, soft yet crinkly. Take them out. Take the item out. It's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect the hold on. We've had fruity juice apricots before. Remember when we... pardon me. We inspected our notepad and had that big long thing where we got the white morning skill from. We read the letter from our wife. Maybe she smells of apricots. Continue. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere. I want to inspect it. So what did I get? A chewing gum wrapper. There it is. Right, so wait there. I'll need interface and won't I? There it is again, the scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer, the surface of another planet, or some ancient temple. End of summer. The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead it turns into liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you, the shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening, but when you turn towards, there's nothing there. Where did it all go? Why are you talking to a gum wrapper? Ancient temple. Yes, from the height of antiquity, a long, long time ago, millennia ago, on an island of time you could never return to. Take a deep, deep breath. Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow with every breath you take. What I get? Apricot chewing gum scented one, until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts in behind your closed eyes, made of toffee, cream and distance. You just had to take a dive. Your heart's working overtime trying to keep up with your panicked synapses firing all over your brain, moving litres of blood through you, panicking. Feels so familiar. Put it away. It's gotta have some significance. Now wait there, what else do we have? Clothes. Put these pants on. Oh, they're the regular ones I was wearing. Is that it? Right, right, that is it. So, let's put my regular equipment back on. I like the Fallon gloves. Pants. I like this jacket. Although, wait there, the police jacket's awesome, isn't it? Commander's jacket's nice. T-shirt is conceptualization. I'd rather have the logic on. Want my tie back. Glasses are good. Authority and composure. What shoes do I like? My regular ones are good. It gives me composure. And the... Oh no, sorry, I don't want these gloves on. I want these gloves on. Something dinged there. Right. Now what's this? Oh look, the Cup of the Apocalypse is so nearly done. 6 minutes left. Apricot chewing gum scented one. You found a trace of entity who's been stalking you across the plains. The Gloom Stalker, the conglomeration, the slow, shadowy organisation behind your downfall, possibly connected to the dreaded X something. Yes, my ex. I think this has got something to do with my ex. This is gonna. I want to make this priority. Followed by the Fairweather T500. I'm not really bothered about the bringer of the law. Granted, it is impossible to determine the true identity, but you can remember where you first smelled its treachery. Yes, use the Tutti Frutti gun wrapper. Reconstruct the day you first breathed in her untrustworthy atoms. It is. She left me, didn't she? She left me. Probably because I'm an alcoholic and I deserved it. Self-depreciating alcoholic. Right, that is pretty interesting to be honest. Let's save. Whew, okay. So we can actually, it reckons we can zoom out 20% more, even though I've never really, can't really notice much of a difference to be honest. Right, let's go north. This is a bush shelter. Oh, hold on, what's this? The rear tyre of a motor carriage adorns the reeds. There's a slit in the concrete here, a sewer. The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deeper under the earth. Kim, any ideas what's down there? No idea. He takes his glasses off to polish. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here. Think we might find Ruby down there? We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revershaw's sewage system has been built and rebuilt for over 5 times now. He puts the glasses back on. In conclusion, she could be under any building, but not in here. I hope not. What's in here? Storm drain. I'm gonna shout down. There's no echo and no answer. Okay then. Aha! There's some people. There's quite a few people actually. No boat in the boathouse today. Hypno Gamma and some superstar glasses. This boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. Some more money. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench. Is this going to be one of these walls that I can't interact with? Nah. A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to another. 42% visual calculus. Something's definitely gone on down here. Correct. The lieutenant examines the wall closely. The density of the bullet holes is unusual, even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez's sense. Grim affairs. There's a lot of bullet holes. He brushes over the wall with his hand. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days. Just nod. I already know why. It's because people use single shot weapons. Yeah, automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. 42%. Visual calculus. I don't actually think I've got anything else with that. Nope. I'm going to leave it for now. Entree interdite. Old ticket taker booth. No longer in operation. People paid money to park here. No one would pay now. Nah, 'cause it's free, mate. I'm all about looting this place. So is this some sort of theatre house? Faln people +2 logic. That's pretty good. The boards crack dangerously as you run. Be careful here. A hiding place. Could the instigator be inside? There's no way the purpose here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed. Can I try to get in though? Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable. But I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points. Nice, I've got Cop of the Apocalypse. It's just been finished. And Dangerous too. Kim, you think she's in there? The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in. He inspects the bars, though many have tried. Cop of the Apocalypse. It's not fire, it's not ash. There will most certainly be a sea of corpses leading up to the event, but it won't be a war and pestilence that causes it. Oh no, the event will belong to a genre of cataclysm no man has dared to suspect would ever come to pass. You can only sense the shape of it, like a cavity, a pit opening up in your stomach, a throat into which the world will vanish. The streets, the grass, the stars, all will be rolled back. By whom, by what, and how? You don't know. All you know is, you're not joking around. Learning Cat for Inline Empire raised to 6. Learning Cat for Shivers raised to 6. I mean, is that good? I don't think I'm actually that bothered by that, am I? Hold on, we need to forget something. This is really good because all mote are raised by 1. That's amazing. Advanced race theory is amazing. That's amazing. Bonuses from thought. Intelligence white check failures give +1 real. I mean, that's alright. I suppose I could try and fail an intelligence check on that before I get rid of it. That's really good as well. That's good. I think Ace's High is not that good. Right, hold on. The door's not only barred shut, it's inaccessible. Right, let's have a shot of this. What I want to do is I want to try and fail on this, and then I want to get rid of that. I got 2 real from that. Unable to piece together the big picture just now. There's a hole in the hypothesis. Fine, okay. Because we can make a lot of money through that. Oh, it's really tough. There's not enough spots. Right, Inland Empire raised to 6. That's actually a waste of time. Because I've already got that anyway, haven't I? Psych 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 6. But it's only like... I've already got 7 on that. It's only raised the cap. In Shivers. So the question I've got is, right, I've got a question. I've got a valid question here. If a skill raises a skill cap, then so let's say drama. Let's say I get a skill cap raised to 2. So I put 2 points in this. When I get rid of that, do I still keep my 2 points? You know what I mean? I'm going to get rid of Cop of the Apocalypse. I don't think it's very good. And I need the space. Shit, forgetting thoughts cost 1 point. Thought will be lost forever. Oh shit, that's added another thing in that I don't want to fucking deal with, really. Oh, shit's got real. Motherfucker. I'm going to get rid of it. Right. What I need is the chewing gum. I'm going to use all of my points here. I have none in reserve. But I need to know about this. I need to know about my ex. Wasteland of Reality. I'm going to wait till this is complete before I do the Fairweather T500. Yep, that sounds like a plan. Right, we're done. I want to keep this money thing for failing logic checks, because my logic checks are low anyway, so it means I've got a nice little income. Right, happy days. What time we got? We'll tell you what we'll do. We'll call it an episode here. Let's make sure the game's saved. Yeah, we'll call it an episode there, and when we come back, we'll continue exploring up north. I mean, it's only like 10 to 3, so we've got plenty more time. And hopefully we can get some more thoughts completed and I'll get to play with them. Right, lads, hope you enjoyed the episode. See you in the next one.